Thanks for tuning back in, guys, to the Tog on the Street channel. Today I'm using the Sony a7III out on the street. I know, what's going on? Normally use the Fuji XPRO 2. Well, for a change, we thought, let's have a go with something new, see what we can do. And, well, that rhymed. And I didn't even know it, all that, you know. Anyway, right, so we went out on the street with the a7III. We wanted to test it out, see if it was good for street style work, see if it was good at focusing, which everybody says it is. So, you know, that's the hype. So we're going to go out, have a go. We're going to try out that eye focus and see how that all works. I mean, it's going to seem totally different to working with the Fuji. I mean, I don't have any problems with the Fuji. That's a great camera, but this is just something totally different. So yeah, the idea was for me to just take this out, see if it was any good on the street. Now, I'm only using a 50mm or the Sony 50mm macro lens. It's the only one I could get at the time. It's only f.28, so it's not the fastest, so it might hinder a little bit, maybe not. I mean, I'm out in the daytime, so it shouldn't really be too much of a problem. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through all the pictures and I'll go through how I got the shot, if I sort of camped out waiting for someone to come into the scene, if it was a like just quick responsive picture. But you know, I'm probably going to say that I've missed a few shots here because I'm not used to how the focusing works. I mean, at the moment I've got it like set to the spot one where you move it around with the little joystick, but I've also got a button that I can press for it to go onto eye focus, which seems to be a bit amazing, really. You know, I've never seen anything like it. So anyway, without further ado, let's get and have a look at these shots. Okay, well, as soon as I was using the 50mm macro, I thought I'd better take a close-up shot. So here's a close-up shot of my coffee cup. It's ISO 100, shot at f2.8. The shutter speed 1/640th of a second. So yeah, you know, if that's the sort of thing you shoot, it'll probably be pretty good for, you know, filming. If you want to film stuff with this camera, which no doubt lots of people are going to want to do. If you want to get that really close-up shot of someone's eye, anything like that, this would be a good lens for that. But what I would say is you don't really want to use the microphone off the camera, because you can hear the lens. This particular lens, you can hear it trying to get focus, so I wouldn't use that. But all in all, yeah, pretty good for macro, I would say. So yeah, that's that shot. But now let's get on to the street pictures. Okay, so I'm just walking down the street. It's reasonably early in the day, and I've got the camera set to face recognition, and it'll just, as soon as it sees a face, it will put a square box around that. I was on continuous focus trying that out, and yeah, I had it out in front of me. I saw this guy come in, so I'm looking like I'm sort of fiddling with the camera, and as he comes, I see the green box light up his face, so I hit the shutter a couple of times, and yeah, as you can see, it got focus on his face pretty good. So yeah, pretty happy with that one. Right, on this particular image, I'd walked down to where they deliver to one of the big stores, I think it's Gerald's, and I'd focused the camera on the roller shutter door, and then I was just waiting for someone to come past. I programmed the button on the lens for eye recognition, so I would flip the screen out, and I'm just looking at the door, and I'm making sure I've got it lined up, and then I'm sort of looking up, and then when someone actually comes walking past, I'm pushing the button in for the eye recognition. So as they walk through the scene, now if it sees part of their face, straight away it was locking onto their eye straight away. So, and as soon as that was happening, I'd fire the shutter a couple of times, and boom, you've got a picture in focus. Totally unbelievable, to be fair. You know, it depends how you see street photography, and if you're like I don't know, someone who likes the old style of shooting street photography, you know, you even like shooting film, this is sort of a million miles away from anything like that. Me, I'm someone who, you know, if there's technology there and it's there to use and it's there to make your job easier, anything like that, I'm going to give it a go, test it, see if it's any good. And you know, that to get that shot, you know, I didn't even really have to look at the focus point. All I did was focus on the door to start with, and then as soon as I see someone who was going to walk past, I've just pushed the button in for the eye recognition. You keep it turned on, and that will lock onto someone's eye. If it sees their face, bam, that's in, that's on their eye straight away, and you can fire the shutter. You can put your shutter on silent mode. They wouldn't even know you're taking any photographs. And there you go, it's got that shot straight away. Fantastic. Okay, this photo here, well, nothing special, didn't do anything special on this. Was walking down the road, and these guys were putting a new sign up outside a shop, on the shop front. And I looked across the road, and there's an Indian shop. I don't know what they sell, and everyone in there, it's got DVDs out by the door there. So I think they sell a bit of everything. But what made me laugh was there was a guy there, and he was just constantly just staring out the door, just staring out the glass window, watching these guys, watching what they were doing. So I literally just walked right up to the shop door. I'm looking at his shop. He doesn't even move. I look straight at him. He doesn't move. So I lift my camera up. I think I'll get a picture of him. I'll take one picture, and he's still not moving. And then I see these people come in. I'm like, oh, right, maybe I could get their reflection as well. I've got my own in there. You can see myself in the reflection. And I think what made me laugh was as this family come past, I guess the little boy, I think he's a little boy, he could see me taking a picture, so he's looking at what I'm taking a picture at this window. So everyone's looking at this guy who's looking out at everyone else. So yeah, I quite like that one. Yeah, I think I shot it using the screen on the back, just held the camera up, it focused on his face, and I just took a shot. Actually, I don't know if it did focus on this. I think it focused on the sign, but you know, I wasn't holding it. I just wanted to get the shot as those people came past. It all happened fairly quick. So, but yeah, really enjoyed that shot. Okay, so again here, I wanted to test out the eye focus. So I had the camera kind of out in front of me, had the screen popped out a little bit, and as soon as people were walking past in front of me, although the only person who interested me was this guy, I had the camera all on, ready to go, and then I just keep my finger on the eye focus button, and I'm literally walking along at the same time. Admittedly, I'm walking slow, trying not to get a blurry shot, and managed to focus on this guy and got this shot. And he was just moving out of the frame, but you know, there you go. I still do like the picture. Yeah, I've converted it to black and white, but yeah, really like that one. And again, the eye focus, it just bam, straight on, no problem at all. Now this is one aspect of taking pictures out on the street that I really do enjoy, and that's interacting with people. Don't really like interacting with people when they get angry, but it's pretty rare. I've never really had that happen to me. I've had one person question what I was doing once, and you know, they just weren't happy, and I just shrugged my shoulders, and you know, that was the end of that. But this guy, what I was originally doing, he was facing the other way, and he had one leg on the wall and one just hanging down, and it was that shot that I got of his leg. I'll put that on at the end of the video. But then I took another one of him while he was facing the other way, and then he looked at me, so I took a picture of him, and then I walked up to him and I just said to him that, you know, he really was a pretty cool looking guy, you know, and he was very individual in his style, and you know, it brought a smile to his face. And I think, you know, I suppose it's very odd for another bloke to go up to another guy and give him a compliment on how he looks and that, but you know, he was just really individual. You know, you can see by what he's wearing, you know, he wants to be different from everybody else, and he certainly was. And I thought he looked pretty cool, to be honest. You know, he's stood out from everybody else, whereas everyone else has just got hoodies on or a pair of shorts and that, looking pretty scruffy. You know, he was Mr. Cool, and he seemed very happy, and he thanked me for you know, giving him a compliment. So yeah, great, really enjoy that, and I enjoy talking to people out on the street. It's amazing what happens when you're out with your camera on the street. You know, to be honest, I've made so many new friends in that, just from taking pictures and that out on the street. So get out there, people, with your cameras. If you like a bit of street photography, even if it's not necessarily got to be, you know, people, you know, anything, architecture, people in the environment. I just love doing it, and there's a lot of other people who love doing it as well. So yeah, if you're out there and you're watching, keep doing it. You know, it's a great thing. There's some great photographs out there. Right, let's have a look at the next one. Right, this one, well, originally there were 3 people coming down the road, and they were the people I wanted to get. But what happened, this is a shop window, and there's a plant inside the shop, and the pane of glass is at an angle. So everyone who walked past, it looked like I'm looking kind of virtually straight at them, if you like. And the original people who came past, I don't know, I guess the way I was standing, because as they were coming, I was trying to get there all in one go, and my whole arm was in the picture, so it didn't really work. But I thought it's a great place, so I hung around for, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes, and a few people came past. But this woman came past and put her hand up to her hair. I think she was moving her hair or something like that. You know, so you've got a good movement of her, because you know, you could look at it and think, you know, she was in a panic about something. She was in a rush. She could have been, but I thought she was sort of moving her hair. I wasn't quite sure. She was walking fairly quickly as she went past. But yeah, a really good shot, that one. I really like that one. And you can't beat getting a few reflections, especially when there's something the other side of the glass as well. So yeah, another one there. Okay, so this one, there's a little, I think it's an old church, and they're always selling bric-a-brac and little bits and pieces. I often put a load of stuff in that outside, and I just saw this mirror on the ground, and I thought, oh great, I'll see if I can get some people as they walk past. And then as I sort of got in a decent position, I could see right into the cafe across the street. So I sort of waited here to see if anyone would sit down or whatever, and the guy who worked there obviously came to clear the tables, so got that picture of him. So another one, you know, you're just looking for different things, different perspectives, and yeah, you know, you just never know what sort of picture might present itself when you're just kind of wandering around and just looking. You just wait for the right people, anything really. But I like the reflection, I like the mirror. I took a few with the mirror all in focus and people out of focus coming past, but this one was the best of the bunch. Okay, so I took 2 pictures here. Now you can't really tell, you might think it's just a gap between those clothes, but it's actually a mirror in the market store. You know, I just like the idea you could call it smoke and mirrors, but you probably wouldn't realise that is a mirror. But I like the fact that I could see him in there, and there's someone on the step ladder as well. And what I also did was I took one in portrait format, and there's another mirror next to it, and you can see here, and this guy came walking in at the same time, so I really like that. So you can see 2 guys, and they're both in 2 separate mirrors, and so whether you can get an idea that their mirrors there now, I don't know. When you can see both shots, I'm not sure. But I still managed to get the stepladder and the person standing up there as well, get that all in the shot. So yeah, another shot I was quite happy with. Okay, so the question is it good for street photography? Well, for me, I loved it for street photography. Finding focus was easy, no problem at all. So would definitely recommend it for that kind of thing. It's a fantastic camera. Now I'll be like, ooh, do I take this camera out, or do I take my Fuji out? It'd be nice to have that choice. But it's an excellent camera, fantastic, loved it, easy to get to grips with. What else is there to say? There's so many programmable buttons on there, you can literally set it up exactly how you want. I think I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 programmable buttons on there. I don't know, there's other people who've done major reviews on this camera. I'm not doing anything like that. I just wanted to know whether I could use this out on the street, if it would benefit me, if it would make things a little bit easier, if it would be the same, if it would be worse. But to me, fantastic. You can set up some shots, get ready with your iFocus, and bang, you're going to get that focus. So would definitely recommend it. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed me going through those few pictures. I'll chuck a few on the end here, the rest of the ones I did that day. Hope you like those as well. And follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. I sometimes go on there, so I'll put these links up on the screen. And remember, subscribe, leave a comment, bash the bell, as they're all saying these days, so you get the notifications every time there's a new video. And we'll see you next time. The only other thing that there's left to say is stay sharp out there, people, and I'll see you next time. Take care.